So this is not the video I wanted to do, but doing it anyways. This is the S10 ZR2 update. So about 2 weeks ago, somebody came through and completely sideswiped my truck while they were driving under the influence. Completely sideswiped it. They drove up the street, hit the neighbor's car, totaled their stuff. But my truck took the brunt of the blast, basically, and this is the damage result. Obviously, I did some trimming and cut away everything, but this is something I think we'll probably just beat with a hammer. I'm not a professional body shop by any means, but I definitely think that the poor man's freaking auto body should be able to fix this. So, and by poor man's auto body, I mean YouTubing it and reading online forums about people arguing about 20-year-old trucks. That's the way to do it. That's the real man way. So that's what we're going to do. Long story short, this is not what I wanted to have happen right at the end of the year, but you know, this is just what it is. What it is. You know, that's what happens when you live somewhere that's just completely full of foul people. Broke the shock off. This axle was rubbing up against this. You can basically tell because that snapped that leaf spring clean off. Tire came up here, rubbed this, I guess you want to call this the over-glorified bed liner spray after, 10 years of wear and road tear. So took that off, nice clean sweep and everything. So yeah, we got a big game of repair the truck coming up here soon. So just got it out of the shop. Literally just got some brand spanking freaking new tires on this thing. And I was ready to take this thing off the road and go hit some of the trails. But life kind of just does those things to you where, you decide to keep going. I don't take no for an answer, so we're going to freaking Korean rickshaw this thing up and get it all dialed in. Okay, well, we got the piece off here, so giant pile of mangled crap, so that's it. Pretty chewed up nonetheless, so. Obviously had a bunch of you guys saying, just scrap the truck, just get rid of it. It ain't worth nothing. They'll tell you, yeah, you don't want to polish a turd, but you can sure as freak polish something that's going to make you happy. I put a lot of, blood and sweat into this. Not really tears because it's just kind of expected, out of a 20-something-year-old truck. So it's actually as old as I am, but more or less, this is what we're going to be dealing with. It's just constant back and forth, brake, drive down the road, brake, drive down the road, brake down the, back and forth. So we're just going to keep just rolling with it. Grass is on the field, play ball. So we might as well just take this whole bed off, completely just get rid of the bed, put a whole cage system on here, turn it into an off-road Baja truck. Obviously, I'm joking. Lovely enough to say the drive shaft's also pretty much clapped out, considering I did replace the U-joint at one point, heated up this U-joint, and actually had to fix this because I had the old one blow out. Went to AutoZone, got just a little cheapo Duralast, and that held up for quite some time. And then when the truck was hit, snapped it all to hell and just completely butchered the beans on this one. So, yep, we're in quite a predicament here. So, but nonetheless, this is giving me an opportunity to get some videos out for you guys so you guys can keep enjoying my garbage channel. So you can obviously see how just I don't think that's supposed to be like that. All right, well, we're in the old Ford F250 here, and it's like going to the dentist to get your fillings rattled out of your mouth, but not really having to make an appointment and deal with that irritable lobby music and all that. So but man, is she loyal. She runs like a freaking champ. It's got some Uber play in the steering wheel, but not really gonna be of a bother right this minute. Alrighty, we just picked up some delicious Shell Rotella T5 oil. The OEM spec diesel Power Stroke oil filter. For you Southerners, that's OL. So yeah, we're gonna give this old choocher a good old oil change, and she's sitting at 340,000 on the clock, so and she's still running like a champ. We just picked up some oil at the good old Blotto zone, so now what we're gonna do is get this pig home and drain her intestines of this wretched, dirty, disgusting oil. Let's see how this oil turns out. This is probably gonna be hotter than hot. Oh, look at that. That is absolutely wretched. Absolutely disgusting oil. Alrighty. Look at that. Looks good enough to me for 340,000 miles. Let's go ahead and stick that right back in there just like that. I'm sure we're supposed to replace the O-ring, but I don't think that's what's going to stop the oil from leaking out. So we're just going to play this very liberally and just barely snug it. Alrighty. That reassures my confidence. Now we just got to get that behemoth off. So one thing I learned about working in the automotive industry back yonder when I was a wee lad was this is always a thing, especially if you're inexperienced, because you quote unquote master techs say that you should never be able to get yourself dirty. Well, I beg to differ. Well, I couldn't find that fancy tool thing to get the filters off, so, and obviously it's an oil filter removal tool. I just can't seem to find it, so we're gonna just send it. It's almost as if like I had a pair of gloves and I could have used them to keep my hands from getting dirty, but nonetheless, we got them now, so we're gonna go beat the living dog out of this. Not talking about you, don't worry. You're not getting beat. You just want to go along for the ride, don't you, huh? It's almost as if like I could have twisted it off to start with. Maybe I loosened it. Oh yeah, we love that. Absolutely just atrocious. Yum. Alrighty, hopefully this is the right filter, because if not, I'm gonna be driving this truck right into the store and plopping this engine block. I should honestly say be plopping this engine and hood and front bumper right on his desk. Now, I'm not one of those weirdos that likes to put one of these on there and completely just run it dry until it fills with oil and basically dry run my bottom end. But I don't know how exactly how the oiling system on this works yet. I haven't really taken the chance to invest in it like I want to, so obviously there's probably a better way to do this, but we're gonna just fill this thing up, do the good stuff. You get the point. Alrighty, she's all lubed up. She's already out of gear and everything, so let's give her some wind. Yeah, I think that'll hold. Oh, here goes nothing. Check out my freaking exhaust. That's Hillbilly Edition right there. So I can tell you one thing's for certain. Don't buy a farm truck, because when you change oil, especially if you have it owned by some kid that doesn't know anything about trucks or doesn't know anything about maintenance at all, here's some things that are pretty obvious. You know it's not taken care of. So that's not metal. That is all sand and dirt and all kinds of goodies that help wash out the cylinders. Because, you know, washing out the cylinders and overly scoring those things and allowing, you know, compression to scrape by the rings is definitely something that we love. So sand getting in an engine will absolutely wipe it out. I'll tell you one thing, though. It's definitely been probably the most reliable engine I've ever had possession of. That 7.3 Power Stroke DIT, Navistar DIT, whatever you Power Stroke nerds out there want to call it. It's been the best freaking reliable engine. Absolutely just the best. Most reliable I've ever had. So, it just blows my mind, you know. So, yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I don't really have anything else to film. Just wanted to kind of BS around the garage a little bit. Show you guys the S10. Give you another update on it. And kind of fiddle with the old Ford. Get the oil changed at least. So that way it's at least going to run a little better. But, you know, obviously it's still probably going to have a hard time trying to start. It's got new glow plugs in it now. I know that. So, maybe. We'll see. Because if all else fails, this thing is going to have a nice little silicone date with the oil pan. So, yeah. What do you think, doggo? He just doesn't care. He just wants to go for a ride in the truck. All right, well, that's all I got. So, until next time, guys, deuces.
Yeah. God dang it!